Good evening, and welcome to Reckless Moves. I'm Michael Green. I am the Dungeon Master, and we have some amazing players who are playing this game. And I would like to go and ask them to introduce themselves in the order I see them on my sheet. How about Matt? Tell us about your character.
Hey, I'm Matt, and I'm playing Rockham, and he's just a little guy, and he's going to read his book today.
He's going to read his book today. He is an Automone artificer of the Armorer ilk.
I punch things with the power of very loud noises.
Arthur, tell us about your character.
I'm Colin. I play Arthur, a tiefling bard with silver-tipped horns. He is College of Lore.
He's lore compliant?
Yep.
Let me turn that music down. Jeez. And in absentia, we have Mandy, who's on a plane, who plays Ublek. I'll put it on the screen. Ublek is a plasmoid warlock who changes shape, does psychic things, and is a chaos machine. Is that a pretty good description?
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate,
okay.
yeah.
How about Roger?
I'd agree with all those words.
Ridley.
I play Ridley Quinn, the emo elf, Shadar-kai rogue, phantom. I stabbed things twice, and now I can fly and walk through walls.
Hey.
Ooh, that's right. Everyone's level 13 at the end of the last session. And last, but certainly not least, let's see about Rob.
Hello, I'm an Ed Genasi. I'm pretty good at the barbarian stuff, and of course, just like every good D&D character, I got some daddy issues, and that's kind of evolved me into a bit of a warlock as well. So I'm here to punch things twice.
And occasionally blast them with spells.
Oh, when I'm feeling really special locks. I got a cool new sword. Very thrilled about that.
Yeah. Well, let me give you a short recap of the last session. We had a wonderful battle with a beholder, which I thought was going to be a long, drawn-out, multi-session battle. But with the Wand of, well, like I said, Chaos Machine, everything was going fine until Oob uses Wand of Wonder and rolled that a basically 600 butterfly cloud in a sphere surrounded the beholder, who can't fly that fast, but has tons of beams which don't work well in a cloud of butterflies. It was actually a pretty good battle. There was some use of eyes. He offered a truce and to grant you access to a treasure vault, which you declined his offer and proceeded to blast him into oblivion. There was an amazing group effort with lots of damage of different types. And he exploded into a purple ooze and then bipped out of existence. It turns out this particular beholder, it takes him 50 years to regenerate his body from the plane where he came from. So, assuming you couldn't get into the vault, except for Ublek, there was a room with kind of think of it as a helm of a spaceship, but it was a big mining facility. And the vault where they used to store ore and the mine flayer used to store treasure had no way to access, except Oob jumped into basically a recycling bin with a body of which I think it made a couple of you retch, but pulled up a mind flayer. Well, the body kind of sloughed off, but pulled up a mind flayer head and used that facial
It was awesome.
recognition and eye scan to open the vault for using a terminal, which someone who used comprehend languages, I forget who did that. Arthur?
I think it was Gus.
Oh, it was Gus.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so the barbarian warlock used comprehend languages to read that this was an alien installation that the beholder had taken over and infiltrated. You don't know how long ago it was, but you do know that it was used to be a mind flayer base. So you were able to get into the vault and found a bunch of diamonds, and with some amazing rolls, you guys found some books of levitation. I think Rockham was very happy to find a tome of clear thought. There's a dancing sword, which is like a sword plus one. No, not. It's a sword. It's an additional sword. It's like those
Spiritual
without
weapon.
a certain spell that's a cleric can use this dancing sword. And a plus one shield, but more important for, I think, Gust, someone rolled a Fender greatsword. That is an
Yep.
incredible sword.
I think that
So-
was me with my spectacular roll of 1
Oh yeah,
on a D100.
it's awesome.
that wasn't it, but I think it was the 98 who rolled that.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, that would have been Gust.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
It's freaking cool.
so let's see if that Ghost Walk. Spectre forms. That's amazing, Roger. That new Ghost Walk. Thanks for linking that for the stream.
Yeah, I figured.
So where
everybody
we
would
left
see that.
it, you had taken this treasure and you heard a scary voice, which Oob translated, and turns out it was the same giant space hamster that you encountered on the way into the base.
Oh, happy.
And Oob named
That
it,
we did not kill.
which you did not kill. Oob named it Hammy, and now Oobleck has a hamster mount. Now, he's up on the deck because he couldn't fit through the doors. So there will be times when, like outside especially, where a mount would come in handy. But he couldn't fit through the double door, even the double doors that are there. So he's on the deck, just kind of curled up into a ball. And where we pick it up, I'll unpause the game and party. You're on your ship. You have, after leaving Helmer, there is, you know that there is a stop on a small asteroid, which is known for its trade. So if there's anything you want to do, either on the way back to Analoria, or we'll just theater to the mind this, for those that aren't familiar, I'd like to give a shout out, thank to Don John, by the way. Great tool for Dungeon Masters. And a personal thank you to the forge-vtt.com, who is providing us with our streaming and all the modules that we use. So thank you to the Forge. Had to get those out of the way. Now, players, what do you do? I'm working on a coffee sponsor too.
Nice.
Do we want to do our shopping montage first?
Montage. We need a montage. Do,
Well,
do.
on the way back to the ship, and while they shop, and pretty much whenever he gets a chance, Rockham is reading his little book. He is
It
very
has to be done
excited about it.
contiguously. It can't be done in piecemeal.
The item says 48 hours over a period of no less than or no more than 6 days is the wording of the item.
Hmm.
So that's not that infers that it's not there's no limitation against it being piecemeal.
It has to be 48 hours at a time. So you basically can't do anything else if you're going to be doing that.
All right, I will hop in the bag of holding. I'll do whatever you guys want to do. And he's reading his book.
Are you giving them purchasing instructions for anything for you?
Nope, I'm content.
All right, then. So, given that the time back to Onaloria would be 4 days, but are you going back, or are you stopping at the the trade asteroid of Kruthik?
I would like to stop.
You going
Yeah.
to Kruthik?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a list of items, and we'll fear to the mind this. What are you purchasing? And then you can add that to your D&D Beyond character. And whoever purchases something, I'll quickly re-import you. So who's buying what? Let's start with Roger.
Now I gave you two options, and I wanted to let you decide on which one
Well, you can
I have
decide
enough-
either
I have
depending
enough
on your
gold
budget.
for both.
Because
I have enough gold to get either, but not both.
Oh, I see. So, Gauntlets of Ogre Power or Broom of Flying. That is, I mean, honestly, the Ogre Power for you probably wouldn't be useful for Rogue.
That's the one I was saying. If I got that one, I would probably change the way I play Ridley a bit,
Mm-hmm.
because he would have a 19 strength.
Mm-hmm.
So a rogue with a 19 strength is going to be pretty interesting. But I also like the Broom of Flying, because that also changes his abilities.
Well, if you don't have the money for both, then I'll leave it to you, but you want to think on that? I think the Broom of Flying would so Rockham can fly, Gus can fly. Arthur, can you fly?
I have a familiar that I can ride to fly.
You can ride a familiar.
Well, it's my shoot, which spell is
It's
it?
a summon mount.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
so you
Greater
do
Find
have
Steed.
flying. You have a
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. You have the
Greater Steed. I've got the Pegasus.
that's right.
And Oob can shrink down and fly with
I forgot.
anybody,
Yes, you
so-
freaked out a town by flying overhead, and it's
Yeah.
not a pretty Pegasus. It's more like a
No.
Pegasus / bat
Yeah.
hybrid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A
And I
Pegabat?
was I knew you had forgotten it, and I was going to bring it up at an inopportune time, but now we have reminded the DM.
Yeah. I
Damn.
approved the Pegabat a long time ago. May have been a bad decision, but
So the Broom of Flying would probably be the best item for Ridley, so that way the whole party can just go and fly whenever we need to.
Sure.
um,
We all fly.
it is in stock, and it would be 600 gold.
Yep, Ridley currently has 999.
There you go. So there you have plenty. Gust, is there anything that you were interested in purchasing from the?
Yes, I
From
will
the
take.
merchant. How may I help you, sir?
Yes. Oh, do you look like quite an awesome fellow? I shall take.
Are you
five
making
to
fun of the fact that I'm an orc?
No, I
Oh,
got
okay.
I have good friends that are orchids. I like your teeth. feel fantastic.
Orchids.
Thank you.
Yeah, right.
I had this
Uh,
one filed just recently too, because I
It-
used to have a list, but
Oh,
now
yeah.
I don't.
It's a good choice. It's very slimming on you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so I will take 6 of your finest superior healing potions.
Oh, you like? Oh, like the healing. Yeah,
I like
we
it,
have.
healing.
We have. That's superior healing is 2,000 gold. You know that, right?
Ooh. Yeah, I got a lot of platinum from what we just picked up. So yep.
Okay.
So what's the total? What's the total in platinum? Actually, it's easier for me to do the math that way.
200. It'd be
I
1,000.
thought it was like. I thought it
1,000
was like.
platinum.
Yeah.
Then I can't buy. Can I buy 4? What would be 4?
Sure.
4. Yeah. So 4 would be how much platinum for 4?
800.
Yep, I can do that.
So add 4 superior healing.
Awesome.
What about you? What about you, Tiefling?
I'm gonna probably save until next time. Because I found some stuff that I have wanted, but I have not prioritized it very well. So,
Okay.
mhm.
Would you like me to order something for the next time you're here? Anything? You could put something on layaway.
I'm not sure yet. I've got a bunch of options, and I don't want you to populate your shop with a bunch of get loaded down in inventory, increase your carrying costs and have to like take out an operating line. I don't want you to have to do all that to just carry inventory for me that
I like
I'm-
your honesty in your purchase. I have a gift for you.
uh-oh.
Right.
Hold
Okay.
on. Rockham, you do not have a any special. I think you forged one once, but you do not have any decanters.
Rockham, you're muted. I don't know.
Sorry, I was having an internet issue there. Can
Ah.
you repeat what you just said?
You don't have any you had made something once to
Yeah, I'm still. Oh, you're talking about the alchemy jug.
yes.
No, I don't have that infused right now, so I'm
So-
not making that item.
I'm giving this to you. Bought so much, dear Mr. Genasi, and everyone else has been really respectful and not making fun of my teeth. So he gives you a it gives you a jug, Gust.
Oh. Yes.
It's an alchemy
How did
jug.
How did you know?
You just spent 8,000 gold. He's gonna
Oh,
give you a $200
So
jug.
much mayonnaise.
200
oh my
gold
God,
jug.
all the mayonnaise.
This is amazing. I'll say it makes beer too, right?
So I'll link
Mhm.
it if you'd like.
I sure was.
1 second.
Yeah, it makes beer, mayonnaise, acid. Maybe
I think it does
poison.
fresh water too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does
with
do water.
Yep.
With a tear in my eyes, you see me tip up the jug and go, beer. You're just so happy. 1 gallon later.
But he misspoke, and it was actually mayonnaise.
That's so
Just dumped all over his face.
Even worse, it's
This-
Miracle Whip.
I'm pretty sure I gave him Vibe one of those once.
Oh yeah, I almost killed a dragon board with mayonnaise
Yep.
for calling me short.
You did what?
I
You don't
almost
remember
killed it.
that?
Yeah.
And Vibe had an alchemy jug, and this dragon.
Oh, in
board
another
called him
campaign.
short.
I was confused.
Yeah. I was in Demolition Force.
No,
Oh, shit.
Brockham pulled a very clever con with the alchemy jug. but it had nothing to do with it actually being an alchemy jug.
It
No,
was a good
I
card.
don't think Oob would have wanted anything.
She hadn't talked about anything. So
I think she's taking the magic sword, right? Or is somebody else taking the magic sword, the dancing sword?
I mean, like I said, I have it in my inventory right now, but I mean, it's not going to be useful on my character. So
Who would be used? Honestly, it might not be bad for Ridley, but you guys,
that's what
Yeah.
you guys figure it out. A bonus sword that dances.
No, it's
Let me
pretty
take a
awesome.
look at
Ridley
that.
does strike me as a dancer.
What style of dance does it do?
Cha-cha.
Tell me when you're ready to import Gust.
Oh, I think I am. I believe it's. I believe that's
Did
correct.
you have the jug?
Oh no, I haven't added the judge yet. I will add that judge.
Do
The
that.
the
Alchemy
cha-cha
jug.
chopper.
I have the potions loaded though. I'll add that right now.
Well, Sephiroth speaks up after you get back to the ship and sees the jug. He goes, "Oh, fine. I guess I won't have to buy so much ale if you don't like my ale."
Well, this is like.
I mean, I've
free.
been cooking for you guys for months, and fine if you're going to make your own ale.
Hold on. Maybe this will save you time. I turn it upside down, and get a bowl and go mayonnaise.
Oh, actually, I could use that. Yeah, I could.
Yeah, we
use
could load
that.
it to the ship while we're underway.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And
Ridley
drink-
could probably use the dancing sword. What type of sword? I never clarified that.
It was a.
I thought it was a long sword.
It's
But-
a long sword, so you can use it.
Okay.
I mean, it's magical too. So,
Yeah, it's a
Right.
super cool weapon, man.
but you
Essentially
have to
gives
be able to
you-
use the type of weapon which you can do. You have a rapier.
Right. That's why I was asking what type of sword it is. Rapier is my current weapon, long weapon.
Mhm.
So I will add that to my inventory.
Okay,
adding alchemy jug right now.
I'm gonna take it out of my inventory then, Raj.
Okay.
I didn't
not
want to do it
coming up.
until. It's dancing longsword in D&D Beyond.
Okay. There we go.
All right.
All right. Ridley
That
is ready
sh-
for the re-import once
Okay.
again.
I believe I am as well. Although now that I'm looking at it, for some reason it took out my defender sword. Do you want me to add the defender sword again, or do you think it's going to be okay?
I mean, I see it.
Oh, cool, awesome. As long as you
Wait.
see it, it all works. Yep, I'm ready for import.
Okay. It isn't as exciting for the people in the stream.
At least it's not going to be a whole session of this.
Shopping. It's only like 10 minutes,
Da, 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 da.
right?
A little bit of mall music.
Ridley's going to be able to pull out the dancing sword and say, "Flamenco."
There we go. I like it.
Rockham just pokes his head out of the bag of holding. Y'all still shopping?
We're almost finished.
Go back
Okay,
to reading.
he goes back to reading.
Get your nose back in the book, man.
Hey, this book will help all of us.
Not if you don't finish reading it.
But Ridley,
Get back in the bag.
okay.
Read your book.
So by the time you got to the asteroid, you have had everyone take a long rest too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it in Foundry,
Right.
because you did you hadn't done a long rest before since the last combat with the beholder. Oh, that is good coffee.
Well, thanks. We got it from the alchemy jug.
Yeah, useful
Nice.
jug.
Make sure to give Oob a nap.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so guys, I need 2 more soul tokens. So if we can kill 2 things within 30 feet of me, I could be fully stocked.
All right.
I did a long rest for Oob.
Best part is
Okay.
I don't even have to kill it.
Ooh, maddening hex.
Arthur just like glances at Akra.
I'm seeing new things on Oob. Oob got new features since too bad Mandy can't be here, but
Yeah,
we'll do our best.
Rockham pokes his head out of the bag. Give me 2 days, and I'll give you 2 things you can kill, and we don't have to worry about it ethically. And then he pops his head back and continues reading.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
So if it's been a long rest, it's been 6 hours. Excellent. 42 to go.
Ridley's also surprisingly stout on hit points now
Huh.
Yes.
for a rogue.
Yep.
How did that happen?
Leveling up.
Level
And doing
13.
it along the
Yes,
way.
Yeah.
Almost in the triple digits.
Yeah, Rockham is 107 now.
I think Oob is higher.
Yeah, because Oob has the tough feet now.
Oh, 120. Jesus.
Oh,
Don't worry, Rockham will be there at level 16.
That's a tough plasmoid warlock.
yeah.
Dude,
That
I mean, how
That's-
often do you see a warlock that has that kind of HP?
ones that survive.
I don't I don't know if I'm just like doing hit points wrong, but I have 68. Like I am so weak.
Wait, don't you have a con of 10 or something?
No, I have an 8 con, which I mean doesn't do
Well,
any.
Right. So you're subtracting a point every time you add
Level up.
HP.
That's
That's
what I'm saying. I'm just like, well, there's your problem.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I got a +2 on my con.
Yeah, mine's a +3.
Yeah, it was a dump stat. But still,
Con should never be a dump stat.
whatever. It's fine.
You have a
The only thing worse
+1
than wisdom.
for con.
Do what?
Yeah, I'll double check your sheet, but
Yeah,
not right now. All
Yeah, you're
right,
fine.
so
Oh no, it's 10. Sorry. Con is 10. Strength is -1. Or is
Yeah, there
strength
you
is
go.
8. That's right. So
Strength
con
is better
10.
as a dump stat.
Yeah. My bad.
you Cephras takes a couple of your staff and does refill everything, including the ale, noise grumbling.
Yeah.
But he did bring you sandwiches up to the captain's area while you're debating what to do next,
With fresh mayo.
with fresh mayo on these wonderful hoagies.
Awesome.
That's what they call
You-
them on the planet. So
Oh,
I'm
no.
fine. Hoagies, subs, heroes.
that's right.
Doesn't
Planet,
matter. They're all
Planet New
good.
Jersey.
Joyzy.
Planet Joyce.
Oh. Well, now that we're not in Fedlock and got all of our pretty new toys,
Yes.
so what you guys want to do? Well, fuck around with this dragon.
That's what I was thinking, Gust. I think the dragon's probably our best choice right now.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Just take more than 40 hours to get there.
Oh,
We
by the
will
way, I
take-
forgot the quote of the last, because I always listen back to him. The quote of the last session was, Rockham tries to disarm the laser nipples.
Yes.
Because there
we
was,
have to.
there was a laser trap, and he said he was disarming the laser nipples. I thought that was a good quote.
Oh,
he
yeah.
did a good job at it too.
In fairness, it was cold in there.
Like you could feel cold.
Okay.
That's funny. That's
I
great.
can feel my
Your
gaps
plates-
tighten.
Yeah, I was gonna say your plates start to shrink.
Hey, it's normal.
Yeah, we all have that problem.
All right. So, where?
So that means we're going back to Alenoria.
No.
No, you.
No, this is a space dragon.
This
Oh.
is. Yeah. So
I
to
forgot
refresh
which dragon we're
you would
talking about.
remember this from your notes, or someone would, one of the staff would be like, "No, we're talking about. There's supposed to be a in the planet Gillen, Gylan, Gillen. There was reported to be some strange dragon that had inhabited a layer up in the hills north of the major city. That's what you heard rumors, remember?
Yeah, we don't want no regular Earth.
It was
dragon.
you
We
heard
want
of this
some
back
space
from
dragons.
I remember it was from our Dolly, who Roger was talking to, Ridley was talking to, and you ran into Quillith, and Quillith was the one that gave you the rumors about the Beholder, some rumor of a dragon that had taken over the hills north of the main city of the planet Gillen. And then there's the base Aristothes, which is the mind flayer, some kind of a laboratory that.
Right. Yeah, all the
So those were the
dragons,
things you learned back after you defeated the boss back in the northern city.
I mean, definitely the 48-hour road trip to the dragon.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Ooh, that
Okay,
means
well-
I'll get to put on the hill, right? Because she
Yeah.
can't. So I'll
You
get to
do.
drive.
You're driving, Gust.
Everyone.
I will
And
navigate.
actually-
you could drive.
You have remember took you a minute to get used to flying in wild space, but
Yep. Oh, this is
it
awesome.
turns out it's not any different. It's just different. You had to get used to 3-dimensional navigation,
Oh,
but it's no different than sailing.
I think it rocks. So I'll reach down and I'll turn on the radio, and it's just green leaves. You know what I mean? And I'll punch it.
Punch it.
You shouldn't use green leaves when you're driving.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's great.
I will stay by Gust and be his navigator because I have proficiency in navigation, and I have navigator's tools
Okay.
just to make sure that we stay on track. I don't know how to fly the ship because I'm not magic, but I know where we're supposed to go.
Yes, I do the equivalence of making a donut before we go, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the only one who can't fly the ship.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Do you want me to roll anything for some of the duration of it?
I would like you to roll just a d20.
D20.
Oh.
Roll.
Roll in. That's not very good.
Or perfect.
I was rolling to see if there was anything that happened along the way.
Okay.
There was one of your crew came up and spotted something in the distance, but it looked at the armaments of your ship and thought better of it. I'll show you what you looked at or what you saw.
Good choice, strange creature.
Here.
Because we will kill you before we get to know what or who you are.
We're space murder hobos.
That's how we roll.
It was. Where is it? You saw. It looked like a writhing mass, but. Why can't I share this with VTT? Oh, it's all right.
I have an idea of that.
You have a writhing mass of. Let's see if I can find it this way.
Break time, apparently.
There it is. Nope.
I'm back.
Back again.
And I
Guess
left.
who's back?
Now I'm back.
Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
I guess the share
Houdini.
token is not working, but you saw a bunch of weird. It looked like a flock of birds, but one of your crew noticed that there was a huge flock of space eels that were moving. It looked like one creature, but when he used his spyglass, he saw that it was
Unagi.
yeah, I guess that's fair enough.
That is a
If you want to go
double reference.
you could go try to capture some space eels if you want, but
No, they were smart. They left us. Obviously we just leave them alone.
they moved off. They didn't attack.
Let's stay on track, Gus.
Yep.
So you land on as you get closer, there is a fairly. The entire planet seems to be covered almost 90% with cloud, and there is some lightning that's arcing through some of the clouds. So Akra, who's watching your tracker,
Mhm.
recommends that you take your dinghy, because I think if we got too close with the we have great armaments, I don't think we want to go into lightning with let's see 8 different cannon that are made of metal. And
Yeah, I can
are
see it.
maps
Ridley
made of
opens
metal.
up the flap of his backpack and says, Rockham, don't come out. There's lightning. Keep reading. And just
Hey,
closes it.
Hey guys, how long has it been?
Not long enough.
You've got 48 hours of total reading.
I know.
Oh, he's done?
Oh,
He's
In that
finished?
case- in that
No,
case,
you
read-
got 48
oh.
hours of total reading.
Yeah, I just don't know how many hours have elapsed
Um,
since I started.
48 hours.
Oh, so I'm done. Excellent.
No, 48
Well, yeah.
hours is one part. You have 6 days you have to read.
No, so the item says
You have 6 days you have to read before you can attune to the item.
let me pop this in the chat.
I'm aware, but this tome is huge. It's like War and Peace looks like a pamphlet compared to this tome.
Oh, so your homebrew
So the
modifying
DM
item.
has altered
the
the
deal.
item. Pray he doesn't alter it further.
Okay. That was what I wasn't understanding.
It's going to take you 6 total days or 3 sessions to
Okay.
do this.
Excellent. Okay.
So, Rockham, stay in there. Keep reading. We got
well,
this for
well,
right
you're
now.
about to land because it's 24 hours out, 24 hours because your space flight to Gillen. Now Aristes is at least 4 days away from Gillen if you're going to go to that next, and then you would be able to complete your tome in the
Okay.
next flight. If
Sounds
you're
good to
going
me.
there or you're going, there's other options after the. There's always options. Let's put it just that way. So, are you using your dropship?
Yeah,
Yours.
we'll take the dinghy.
Wait, your dinghy. What did you name it?
The meanie dinghy. I don't know.
No, you had a name for it.
Ding-a-lingy. Don't mess with my ding-a-ling.
Was
Bob
it Rock-
Seeger.
Was it?
Oh, you named it
Richard?
Richard.
Hey, Richard. Yeah, it was Richard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, we'll take Richard.
Dingy Dick.
So Accra just says, we'll stay nearby. Just let us know when you're on your way back. We're going to take a wide berth and stay kind of in orbit.
That's
Yes, keep a high orbit.
Yeah, we're not getting anywhere near that lightning. Now, who's driving the dinghy, Richard?
Well, I guess Rockham
Gust.
or either Gust or Rockham. Yeah, because
Gust.
Whoever's driving, I'd like you
Mhm.
to do a dexterity check.
All right.
I'll let Gust be the one driving.
Yeah, since you got to keep reading
Mhm.
for 4 more days.
I'm
Well, that's
so tired of
intelligence. That's not.
I'm so tired of words.
You've got this, Rockham. You're going to be the smartest of all of us when you're done.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Good.
Gus.
Nice.
Yeah, boy.
Can you guys see those dice?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're great.
I added those just so, I thought it'd be good for the stream.
Yeah.
You know, it's also good because it gives you a visual confirmation that you rolled.
And
know
when
what
you
I mean?
do roll damage, you roll all the dice. It's like,
Yeah. Awesome.
Fill the
So,
screen for my.
despite the fact that
sticky
there's
snack.
lightning arcing, Gust just seems to know, maybe because of his innate Air Genasi feelings or skills, he's sensing where it's going to hit, and he moves aside, and he's kind of looking at the sky and ebbs his way through the clouds. And as you break through the lower end of the cloud cover, you see a lush green continent surrounded. It's probably about the size of Analoria, with one contiguous continent, but surrounded at all sides by massive rolling waves. So you don't see Arthur with your
continent
perception,
of Pangea.
with a passive perception of 22 now.
Deb.
And actually, to be honest, Rockham and Ridley with a passive of 15, you guys notice that you don't see any. You see one city, which is near the port, but you don't see any other evidence of civilization. There's no roads. There's no other cities. There's one kind of city. It looks like it started and sprawled out from the ocean. And you see out these kind of buoys that are floating, a lot of them that are floating outside, and with wires that are connecting all of those into the city.
All right.
Seems to
d-
be a strange place.
DM, I'm seeing a black screen on my side.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just still seeing the helm
ship.
of the ship.
Oh, weird. I'll
Arthur's
refresh my
laying
page.
down for some reason.
Yeah, he's lounging.
Arthur's a bit seasick,
Looks
not
like it.
having a good time with
he's
Just
he's upside
bobbing and
down.
weaving through the air.
The room is spinning for Arthur.
Oh, okay.
I
Low constitution roll.
mean, I don't have much in the form of constitution, so.
Makes sense. That's
so
I reach into my pocket and pull out some mint leaves for you. This may help settle you.
Thank you.
I'm loading
Don't
back
break
into the
again?
game. That should fix it.
no, wrong button. We're not going to.
Sorry, I closed
Yeah,
it.
there we go.
Sorry.
Shit happens. You got a lot more going on your side than we do on ours.
So what are you? Where are you landing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Should we go to the city?
Sure. That's probably the best place to get the information that we'll need to hunt down this dragon.
Yeah.
Does it look like there's a place within the city for airship landing or something like that?
You don't see anything like that, but
Well, we don't want to bring the ship in anyway because of the lightning.
no,
Well, no, I mean
you've
for
already
Richard.
passed the lightning.
Yeah.
You've gone through the clouds, which Gus navigated you perfectly with his dexterity roll.
Yeah.
And you broke the cloud cover, and you see this.
Oh, I thought he was asking about bringing the Cyclops down. that's my mistake.
No.
I was just talking about
I'm
Richard.
asking what
Yeah.
you're doing with your dropship, and
Yeah, so
where you're landing.
So-
What are you doing?
if we don't see any like airship ports, then they may not be familiar with it. Perhaps we should land outside of the city and
Trek in. Trek in.
yeah, we can trek in or we can fly in stealthily since now we can all fly. Woohoo!
So
That
you
makes sense
land
to me.
how far outside the city?
Gus,
Happen-
you're the pilot.
Half a day, maybe?
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, half a day's walk or something.
Yep.
So walking
Are we going
about
like
about 8 miles out of the city.
That works.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Far
Is
enough
there,
As
to
you
like,
sign
go,
are there
to
any
land-
roads outside of the city?
there aren't. There's just one from where you are. You see one city. It's looks like it's. I'd say it's about the size.
I mean, it sounds huge.
It's about the size of Al Razil city.
Okay. Are there gates in the wall?
There are no gates or walls. It seems like it's more dense toward the ocean and kind of thins out. Taller buildings are like it's grown from the ocean out.
Okay.
So as
Hmm,
you
sure.
descend,
Like a port
Where-
city almost.
where are you landing? Like, are you looking for a flat place or?
Yeah, like if there's a forest so we can kind of hide our ship in the tree.
Yeah,
area.
like a little clearing,
Okay.
large enough for us to fit our Richard.
I would say just because you're looking from above, you find a nice clearing to land, and beautiful. The foliage reminds you as if you were in the arid south with those kind of like palm trees, but it's lush. Like there's some strange there's palm trees, but there's also strange purple frond trees interspersed with them. So it makes kind of a purple and green canopy above what you can see from this clearing you've landed in. The forest is pretty lush.
Is
Like
it
Panama?
like is it like tropical in weather? Like is it like balmy and
It is a
like
little bit
humid?
humid, more humid than you've felt on your home planet,
Okay,
for sure.
cool. Big
So
water world,
Panama.
makes sense.
It does actually. Arthur seems very comfortable,
Yeah,
but
it's nice and warm.
um,
And moist.
and there is some little dew forming on Rockham. It's not affecting you, but
It's like a
it's-
soda can.
I have little windshield wipers going over my eyes.
Rockham,
The-
back
the
in the
condensate-
bag. You
the
have to finish
condensation.
reading.
no.
Actually,
he's. You can stay in the bag if you want, but
no, I gotta be out here to protect you guys in case something weird comes out of the woods.
So are you just walking around holding the book in front of your face?
You know what? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Very much Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
There you go.
Good reference. So as you're in this beautiful clearing, and roll a. I know it's very high for you, Arthur, but I want everyone to roll an insight.
I'm gonna roll with disadvantage because I'm distracted by the book.
Okay. Wow, Arthur.
Oh, I guess I didn't do that.
I mean, I got a plus 12. I rolled a 10.
Oh, yeah, come on, you know.
I'm gonna take the other. I'm gonna roll again.
Okay. I got 11.
14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arthur and Rockham have noticed that the trees don't. There doesn't seem to be the normal thing you'd expect that
Mm.
trees would be like moving in the wind. I mean, the clouds above are moving, but nothing's moving down here.
Okay.
So I
Where
so
you
I don't
landed.
detect. I don't
Yeah.
detect any wind on the ground. Is what you're saying?
You do feel wind, but you don't see any of the trees or leaves moving.
All right. So I'm going to carefully put the, carefully. I'm not going to dog ear the page because I'm not a monster, but I'm going to put a little
Yeah.
bookmark in it. Put it in my inventory. And,
Okay.
Hey, I'm chaotic good, not chaotic evil. And
Sure.
I'm
You have
going to
respect for books, is what you're saying.
Yes, I'm going to cautiously approach one of the trees and see if I can discern what material it's made of.
Rockham is a proper nerd.
Yes.
You walk up, and as you look at it, nothing happens. But as you get near one of the trees, it vibrates a little bit, and it seems to vibrate in a pattern, like a wave that goes out and just stops as you get closer to a tree. It happens again.
Are there any little pebbles or anything by my feet?
There is grass and moss. Let me look at the map. Actually,
Oh, okay. I'll just
Like-
pick up I'll just tear out a clod of dirt and just
You
toss
see-
it in one of the trees.
Okay. You do what?
Well, you said that the trees are kind of like waving, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take a clod of moss off the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna kind of daintily toss it at one of the trees.
As you claw the moss out of the ground, the purple plants and trees start vibrating, and you hear Oob go, "Ah! Ah!" Your plasmoid is clutching her head with her pseudopods.
Sorry, Oob. Guys, I think these plants feel pain, which is kind of awful, actually. I hate that.
Does anyone else have any history of horticulture or
Mm,
anything in your
Yeah.
background that has plants
I
other
have
than Oob's planet?
I have herbalism kit proficiency.
We got really high arcana, but not
I would-
plant dedicated.
Nothing for Ridley.
Okay. Gust?
well, not really. No, I don't think so.
Then I would like to have you roll. Can you do an herbalism skill check?
I can roll nature and
That would
use
do it.
use my
And-
herbalism kit proficiency to give myself advantage on the roll.
So as
Actually,
you
no, I
picked
don't
up the
have
moss,
nature
you
proficiency. so.
you saw Oob do this, and then you threw it, and the trees seemed to react to the moss being thrown.
Okay, so you don't need me to roll for it.
Nope.
Excellent.
Um,
Okay, guys, I think these trees are sentient. Oob, could you think at them?
They're yelling. They're yelling about the burning, and the trees being hewn.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, burning sounds like it could be a dragon.
So there's no obvious path out of this clearing because you landed down, but you can walk through these. You can walk through the trees. They're not that dense where you can't kind of walk through.
Mm-hmm.
Oob, could you tell them we mean them no harm and we just want to pass through?
I'll try. And she, as much as a plasmoid can assume the concentration role, and says it's not us, it's the city to the west, and there's a clearing, and the trees kind of part a little bit. They lean and create a walkway to the northwest. So you can either go west to the city or kind of they're parting a little bit for you guys to walk through. I'm rolling our Arcana check, Arthur.
Come on, Arthur, knock that shit out of the park.
27.
There you go.
Yeah.
I want to roll over 14.
You seem to recall, and you've already run into sentient plants with the treants you befriended,
Yeah.
and you spread those
Mhm.
seeds.
Mhm.
You notice a pattern where it looks like, now that you kind of get an angle on the trees, it looks like a pattern more like, it doesn't seem random. It seems like there's some like logic and geometry to this forest.
Gotcha. So I'll share that with the party and say it kind of looks like this forest was intelligently designed.
You
Not
mean
that
like
again.
here? Should we got our master architect of shrubbery?
Yep. Kind of seems like it.
Oh,
Perhaps we should just follow the path that they're giving us.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's right.
I feel like it'd be rude not to.
Also, I think that we should get a haberdash while we're here.
A haberdasher.
No, no, whatever it's called that you have with a potted plant first. It's like haberdash, but it's not.
How about a
see.
shrubist?
Yes, we need a shrubist.
A shrubist.
You guys have any idea what you're talking about?
Well, no, that's why we need to find an expert.
Excuse me, I'm an inventor and I invented a word for someone who does shrub things. They are a shrubist.
Ring.
Yes, but you haven't finished reading your book yet, so you're not that smart.
Arthur bends down and picks up like a fallen like branch from one of the trees and sticks it like between Rockham's back and like the backpack that he's wearing or something. And I say, there, you have officially been shrubberized.
I've been shrubberized.
Yep, you're very shrubby.
I'm just
I
a little
made it.
shrubby guy.
Yeah, I like it there. Well done. All right, to the shrubberist in the gate.
So I think we're just going to follow the path that the trees are giving us.
Yep, I
I
agree
think
with that.
so.
Mhm.
I use my shrub kind of like a baton leading the charge as we walk through the path.
I thought you were going to say a divining rod.
Yeah. These trees don't seem to have like ill intent toward us, so it's probably safe to follow.
Yeah, they're happy little trees.
Agreed.
Except for the screaming.
Break time.
The screaming wasn't very happy.
No, just don't
I
throw
don't know
mud.
why that keeps coming up.
I didn't do it.
I know. As you head northwest, the trees get very thinner and thinner until you see some cut trees, and you start
Mhm.
seeing what looks like it becomes a clearing.
Well, we're seeing stumps.
You are seeing stumps and occasionally you're starting to see wood that's torn down.
Okay.
Okay.
This place seems unfortunate.
Can I say, or can I tell either from the view of the city on the way in on the dropship, or from the manner in which the trees were cut down, kind of like an idea of how advanced or not advanced
Yeah, that's a good question.
The,
We wondered the same thing.
people who are cutting the trees down are?
Is it
Hmm.
hand hewn or chainsaw or laser?
Yeah, it definitely seems like a Rockham thing for technology.
I'd say, just from your collective experience, you have, I'm going to put you into a map and we'll show. So you see some like clumps of trees that are left, but there's a huge clearing, and there are seedlings of the larger red trees and the purple trees. Just one second. Goblin Hills. I'm going to drop your tokens here. And give me a second. Oh, ooh. I knew I was missing someone. You walk through one last copse or a clump of trees, and you see a huge clearing with a few. You see a couple trees. Well, let me just change the map. Exactly. It's a beautiful bright day. You can see pretty far. You see some fallen trees, and you do see some weird impacts that look like spikes that have been. They're definitely like not natural. Clumps of rocks, but these trees have been just felled and moved, and you only see one stump with a fallen tree, and there are three creatures that are I think are they in your sight? Yeah.
Yeah.
You see these walking trees that are kind of surrounding this stump, and they look upset, and they're not they're you hear in the distance some communication.
Are these like humanoid types? Like they got arms and legs, or are they just more like? Do they have like expressions, faces?
They have, I don't know why I can't share these. Just a second. Let me see if I can do it from D&D Beyond. Oh yeah, there is a. I can't do it. Here we go. So this is what you see. You see a tree where they've kind of
That's a cool
surrounded
image.
this stump,
He's kinda
and they
cute.
look like that.
Yeah, I dig them. They look cool.
How tall are
Well-
they?
They're not huge. They're a little taller. They're about Gust's height.
All right.
Whoa.
I will. Hello. Hi. Alright.
They look at you, and they kind of put their backs to each other, and they look at you, and they speak. Does anyone speak Sylvan?
Hey, Mike.
I believe I do.
I do
Oh,
not.
good.
Nice.
Let me check just to be sure. Nope. I have Thieves' Cant, Elvish, Common, and Abyssal.
Oh, so you don't? I'll double check it.
Elvish is as close as I can get to Sylvan.
You're right.
Underneath
Rob?
attributes? Yeah, this water went down the wrong pipe. Languages, celestial. Nope, celestial and common.
So they're looking at you. They're speaking in this structurally, it's a little like if you spoke Spanish and someone speaking in Portuguese. They might have
Ah.
some of the same structure of language, some words you
Mhm.
recognize, Ridley, but a lot of the stuff doesn't make sense. So you might be
Mm.
able to pick up maybe a quarter of what they're saying
Okay.
because Sylvan and Elvin aren't, they're in the
Yeah, they're-
same family of languages. It's not like Celestial and,
Yeah,
you know,
they're the love language
Beast.
of D&D.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Arthur
What do you-
Arthur waves at them and then attempts to act out us walking through the forest without like fighting them. Like just like
So you're doing a pantomime kind of a
yeah,
thing.
I'm charading.
Go Bard. Do your Bard shit.
I'd like you to roll a performance. They're looking at you and they cock their little tree
Can I
heads
give
a
him
little bit.
assist on that for advantage with trying to interpret some of the stuff linguistically while he's doing his pantomime?
I'll give you a +3,
There you go, Colin.
plus whatever you're doing.
Okay, so that's a 28 total.
28. Okay, 28. So basically, they look at you and they invented tree creature sign language. By the time a few minutes go by, they nod and they go, they communicate. So you didn't cut down these trees, and you communicate in this new language. They call themselves you think they call themselves woods people. Wood people is as close as you get.
Gotcha.
And they mime back that they're guarding not this stump, but they're afraid of this cave which they're standing near.
I would like to
And
mime back to
They
them.
give you like
Ah.
like someone has cleared not there's a big creature and some of its little minions cut this area out.
So
And you
I would like to mime back to them like we help you like take care of the problem.
okay.
And I'll tell my party. I think they just said that there's a big monster in there and its minions have been cutting down the trees.
Perhaps it's a dragon
Perhaps
and kobolds.
it could perhaps be in draconic form.
I am
Beware of
going-
people in trench coats.
I am going to. Can I infuse a bush? Or not infuse. Can I use magical tinkering on a bush or a leaf or something?
You have a shrub in your backpack right now.
Oh yeah, that's right. So
Wait,
I
you're going
I
to try
make
to hold on. You're trying to magically tinker with a plant or a bush?
or the stick that Arthur gave me.
Okay.
Basically, I am going to use it to here we go, to make project a static visual effect of a dragon. And then I'm going to ask Arthur to communicate with the tree people if that is the monster that they're talking about, that whose minions cut down the tree.
Yeah. So I'll just pantomime the cave equals this thing, like yes or no.
And they go, Yes.
All right.
In
And
the
I
right
just-
spot, boys.
Party
I just-
time.
I just kind of shake the tree and the image goes away, and I put it back on my backpack.
Teamwork makes the dream work, they say.
I'm moving the.
Rockham now has a stick of illusion.
I love how like Arthur used like actual creativity, and I was just like, "Is this a dragon?"
Mhm.
So, by communicating with them, as they were, you see, it's not just these three. You notice movement in every one of these bushes behind these mounds. There's probably 30 of these
Nice.
wood creatures around. And they're speaking in Sylvan, but basically you get the plant sign language, PSL. So you now speak PSL, Arthur,
Nice.
with wood creatures. So you can put that in your notes if you want.
I
You can
got
use
that in
Cool.
You can use that to order a sweetened coffee drink.
Plant sign language.
And Ridley, you
Yes,
pick
sir.
up words for help and attack. No, the structure is different because the noun verb is reversed from what you're used to hearing, but you get the gist that they said don't attack. These guys are basically guarding this or watching this cavern. So what do you do, guys? You have
Heading to the cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they?
okay. No further ado. Okay.
Yeah.
We prefer the direct approach at this point.
I'm familiar with your methodologies. Just a second.
Mhm.
Rockham is not a subtle person.
No method, only madness.
Where's the? There it is. Ones. I hope this doesn't pull up the. It did. Okay, break time pulls up automatically here. I have to figure out why when I'm searching for stuff.
So, Arthur, were they trying to tell us not to go investigate and attack in the cave? Or were they telling us not to attack them?
I'm not sure. Hold on. My dog is stuck in my headphones.
Don't you hate when that happens?
You got loop around the cord. Oh gosh, you're a mess.
What happened?
My dog. I have a long loop for my headphones that hangs down, and she was
Oh.
by my chair, and she got stuck in it, and then didn't know how to get
It's like Sophie going under a chair and she's in jail.
Yep,
Yeah.
she's stuck.
Gosh. Yeah, I'm not sure if the wood people were trying to tell us to not fight, but I know that they're standing guard over the cavern, so. I think that they don't like, the message that I received is that they don't like what's in there.
Well, we won't know until we see it for ourselves. After this break.
Stop it.
Talk about a cliffhanger.
Okay. Um, are you going? Are you looking around, or are you going down to this?
I'd like to just like look around the clearing and like I don't know, like I'll shoot. I guess I
So
don't
if
know
you're
if
going
I
to
would know this.
investigate the entrance and around the entrance, this big cave,
Yeah.
I won't make you. So they notice this entrance is here. You can walk. You can walk around if you want on the map. Um, there's a
Right.
there's a cave entrance. If you move up to the kind of where the these wood creatures are, there's a big entrance here. But if you walk around, roll a nature check or survival, whichever is whoever's walking around and looking.
Oh, excuse.
I would be, but my
Nope.
boundary is wonky, so I'm refreshing. So
I
I'll roll
literally,
D&D
I,
Beyond.
I literally see a squirrel and get frustrated.
Eh.
Well, that's not going to do.
Because
Roll
that's a
eight.
+0 and he rolled a nat one.
Yep. Yep.
Gus is incredibly
Squirrel!
fascinated with a single blade of grass.
Yep.
You're kind of Gus. You're really
100%.
fascinated with creatures, and
Right.
they're about your height too. You're the tallest one in the party by far. So, and they reach out and they touch your mohawk hair, but your hair it's all over to the side because you're not raging. Like it's like
Yep.
a mohawk that's kind of like doesn't have the gel in it as you're walking around.
Yeah, it's an out of shower mohawk.
However, Rockham kind of ignores all this and he wanders around and he notices there's another entrance over in kind of hidden behind here on this other side of the hill, which isn't as
guy.
obvious.
Hey guys, there's a somewhat less obvious entrance on this side of the hill.
Ooh. Let's go check it out.
Well put.
Yep. We shall go to second awesome entrance.
But what about second entrance?
Okay, just a second. I'm gonna since you went the less obvious way, I'm going to
We walk directly into the mouth of the dragon.
Better than the other end.
This cave entrance looks like a mouth. Let's go in.
Weird. Are those stalactites?
They look an awful lot like teeth. Let's
I
go in.
I think they're stalagmites.
Those two. Let's go in.
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Yes, a mouth has both.
Oh,
Smells like rotten flesh. Let's go in.
Oh, Oob would be down.
Yeah.
okay. Hold on. Just making sure all of you have your proper dark vision.
I think I still have that item infused. That gives me dark vision. Yes. No kidding. I really do think this is my favorite class. Maybe other than cleric. I just love having so many things to do.
You do have a tool for every job.
I am a tool for every job.
Yeah.
That's the wrong one. Okay. Okay. I'm going to transition to this other map. And this.
Yeah,
since I
because
went
out
to
of the frying pan and put us into the fire.
A
So this side is the entrance.
There we go.
Why is this guy? Is he? I'm having an issue with my token. Just one second. No. Oh.
Ridley whispers, Arthur,
what?
be ready to negotiate with the dragon.
Oh.
Negotiate.
Yes, remember like we did with the white dragon?
Well, yeah, but I didn't like that. I don't remember negotiating. I'm pretty sure he just killed me. And then like you guys carried my body out.
It was a pretty aggressive negotiating tactic.
Rockham, be ready to negotiate with the dragon.
No, yeah, the white dragon like one shot me.
The white dragon one shot like half of the party.
Yeah.
I think just me and Gus were actually spared by that.
Roger,
I'm Ridley
having
went down.
Let me try a different token. Just a second. I'm sorry, the stream token's not cooperating.
Ridley does have a 15 charisma, though.
Oh, see, Rockham has an 8.
I'm charismatic, but
Right.
I am not healthy, as we have discussed
Now, what you
previously.
see down here is as you came down this entrance, there was a little bit of there was a shrubbery, and I don't know if you can see that with your blind vision, but yeah, you should be able to see. Okay, there is normal vision here. It is not. It's illuminated, and you don't know why.
Yes, it's not dark vision in here.
No.
Hmm. Do I see any like glowing plants on the walls or anything like that?
You do not.
Like
But there seems to
bioluminescence?
be okay, as you look ahead, these aren't the same plants that were up in the forest or whatnot. They are. Oob goes in telepathy because she's being very quiet. She goes, "These look more like home plants." And
Oh,
if you guys remember when you went to its home planet in the gathering your army for fighting Porphonos,
Mm-hmm.
those of you that do recognize some of these plants are very similar to that, which makes no
Gotcha.
sense because none of the ones the area upstairs had almost no the trees were and the plants were dying off.
Hmm.
And
That
this
seems
seems
to
to
be
be
like-
growing out of the cave in the entrance. That's why it was kind of obscured and why Rockham's 22 nature skit check is only way you spotted the entrance, because you noticed it was covered with different foliage than you'd seen anywhere else on this planet.
So the light that's in here, is it bright light? Is it like a medium kind of a light? I know it's not a dim light because we could still see in color. I'm just wondering if there's like shadows that Ridley would be able to hide in.
It's not bright, but it's brighter ahead of you than, and there's definitely like little cubbies and, right? Like
'Cause
look where
Ridley would like
Rockham
the
is standing,
stealth.
there's like little hidden places. Right?
Roger places to hide it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Arthur
Ridley would
wants
like
to-
to stealth
Now,
as the
how
party
are
moves forward.
you? So Ridley's stealthing. What are the rest of you doing? How are you moving? How are you?
I am walking on my tippy
Yeah.
toes, but I
You-
am not a stealthy boy.
So, wow. You could walk ahead if you want. Very
Rocco will-
confident that you are very, very quiet.
Yeah, so Ridley would stay close to the walls,
Mm-hmm.
but try to move forward ahead of the party
Okay.
so that I could see if there's
Okay, so stop there. You
Got it.
see some movement, and you're hugging the wall, and there's shadows. So wherever the source of this light is coming, it seems to coming from, as you see the shadows going up, it seems to be coming from around to your left, like the light source is going up and out from down there.
okay.
And you see how you're moving, and like the light source is still going.
Mm-hmm.
Now when you turn the corner, suddenly
I put my hand up for everybody to stop.
I stops.
He recognizes this as PSL.
that's canon. Plant sign language. I would say that given, assuming Rockham's not with his nose in a book, you guys could develop your own, like, you could use PSL as a way to communicate with one another quietly during stealth zones. So Ridley, around this corner, you spot the edge, the tail of a massive. It's a strange. Here, I'll give you a picture. It's not anything you've seen before, and there is. I mean, this picture isn't exactly the environment, but this is what you see. You don't see the eggs.
But there's definitely a dragon shape there.
There's a
Yeah.
tail and the edge of a wing that you can see from. It's so big that you can see it from your. Because you see how there's a little lower here. That's why you have line of sight. So you
Mhm.
snuck around the corner, and you see this. I think you can see it from your point of view, right?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. It's you've never seen anything like this before. It doesn't appear to be
So-
moving, and you hear
So-
breathing.
I moved back next to Arthur and sort of wave the other two in, or other three.
Oh, I forgot. I'll bring Ob up. I'm sorry.
But I recognize it as a dragon, right? I mean, obviously, I wouldn't necessarily know that it's an ancient lunar dragon, but it appears to be dragon-esque.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I share with the party in the most hushed tone I possibly can. Like, there's a dragon around the corner.
Okay. Rockham would like to cast a spell.
Okay.
He's casting Intellect Fortress on himself.
Okay.
Um,
What
I
what is
will-
that? Link that? Oh, I got it. It's already linked.
Yep.
No, the spell isn't linked, but it's okay.
I will just read out the description. I guess it's a little weird because it's here we go. For the duration, you or one willing creature you can see within range has resistance to psychic damage, as well as advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Okay. And I see you're casting Armor of Agassiz.
Yep.
Why does it have a damage roll?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it hurts when they hit me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what? I need to target myself to do that. My bad. Let me
Mhm.
cast it again.
You have the temporary HP.
Oh, well, then it worked. Never mind.
All right. Well, Rockham is gonna walk over.
He is apparently sleeping.
Hey guys, we wanted to talk to the dragon, right?
I mean,
Negotiation is definitely better than fighting.
And you hear, I've been waiting for you, and you're so loud. I was trying to take a nap and around this dragon, you see what look like bones, but as you're closer, you see they're actually it looks like sticks that have been. If those creatures had wood flesh around, they've been broken up and kind of strewn around. Those aren't bones. Those are plants
Wood
and
people.
sticks.
So, I mean, if you expected us, you probably know that we're not known for our subtlety. But why are you hurting the plants? Because they actually feel the pain, and that seems kind of unfortunate for them. Because that would be something to choose not to do.
Well, I mean, he's like eating these tree people. Hey,
Yeah.
what's up with you eating these tree people?
By the way, does anyone speak Draconic?
No.
no. I speak Infernal.
I may be iconic, but I don't speak Draconic.
No. Closest I have is Abyssal.
Doesn't somebody
But
have a
who-
hat of comprehend languages?
How about
Oh, I
Oob?
do, but like it's
I do have a helm of comprehend languages. I'll just if I hear this dragon start talking to us, I'll cast comprehend languages on myself.
Okay. And what does Oob speak? Well, speaks common. So this guy is speaking in common to
Oh,
you.
well then. never mind.
But he was speaking Draconic at first, and you understand that with your helm,
Okay.
what he's been saying. But he
Okay.
also he goes, "Oh, you have a telepath here too." And Oob, you have Intellect Fortress running on whom?
On Rockham.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
Oob
probably
probably
cast it on himself.
Yeah.
Oob is probably a high enough level warlock now that her thoughts can't be read. Or her
Let's read her features.
what's her called?
I'm looking right now.
Just warlocks get that.
Oh, Entropic Ward. Wow.
Oh, Thought Shield. Your
Yeah,
thoughts
that's-
can't be read by telepathy or other means unless you allow it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I just
Yeah,
couldn't
and
remember.
so someone knows telepathy, but you're not letting me in. Fascinating. So I decided, because I was being constantly annoyed by these mind flayers trying to control me, I ended up here in Gillen, and all they have is these really pathetic wood things. And I decided to grow my local fauna.
Hey, you might have just mentioned something to the only people that can help you. We also do not like the mind flayers. And it seems like there might be a situation where we could work together to put you back in control of your home planet.
Well, those. Oh God, time is so weird. I'm. It's been a long time. Um,
Well, we've had interactions with the mind players as recently as, what, like 2 weeks ago at this point? That's
I mean, we
like,
found the dead one the other day.
yeah. And we killed one
Several.
not too long ago, and then one got
you
away
found a
with
dead
his.
one where?
On board a ship.
No, it was in their little base under the oh gosh, guys, what was that other planet called with the mind flayer? It was in a mind flayer layer.
It was an asteroid,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
but it
Asteroid
was
base.
basically a ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oob says in your mind, it was called Helmer. We were just there.
I know, but I've been reading this book and it's occupying my thoughts.
And I'm
Oh.
old and I forget things.
Because I've fed recently, I'll make you a pact. I won't destroy all of you because it would be boring and easy. But I don't like mind flayers. They are more of a challenge to my skills. So I suggest if you go get Aristes back for me, and you can keep whatever you have there, but all of this is mine. And I will give you, how much time? How about a fortnight? 20 days to return the power of Aristes to me where I lived before the mind flayers. And I want one of their heads.
So just to
I want
to
the head
confirm.
of the Bessie. The Bessie is their captain. And he was the most powerful one. And I, in all of my time, have never had to run, but, 20 of them against me. It was not a battle of physicality. It was a battle of will and minds. And I found this planet where there's no minds that are any challenge for me. Just these wood creatures, and they well, they don't put any challenge. So
So when you say you want the power of Aristes, are you just saying you want power over Aristes within 20 days? Or is there a physical or tangible power that you want us to bring to you?
you need to bring the Bessie is the brain stem center of the Aristes base.
Oh,
The mind flayers brought their brain stem. That's the problem I had. I could eat many mind flayers, no problem, but not when they were powered by a brain stem.
So just so I get this right, you want us to go to Aristes and kill all of the enemies that you were afraid to fight because you could kill us really easily. Am I getting that correct?
And he pulls up to his full height and says, "No one here has the energy of a brainstem to fight me. I'll be back." And he burrows straight down into the earth really quickly and comes out right behind you. I don't have a challenge here. And he, just to prove a point,
I mean,
he goes semi-transparent. I won't even
Oh.
move. Do your worst.
no, I wasn't questioning you. I was simply pointing out the logical inconsistency in this. Because if you can easily defeat us, then how do you expect us to do something that you could not?
Because my challenge and my only weakness is against the psych. This is, and she looks at Oob like, I can't even. Might be tasty, but I will honor my deal. But why can't? And Oob looks up at the dragon and goes to everyone else psychically, to everyone else, not knowing, including the dragon, says, he can't read my mind. And
Oh,
and the
that's
dragon goes, "Excuse me, she cannot read your mind."
oh, you're a lady dragon. Of course she
So-
wasn't.
Ridley
Mm,
sort of raises his hand and says, "Great dragon, if I might, could we perhaps have your name so we know who we were fighting for?"
Oh, I like the
It's
way
a small
you phrase
thing.
that. Yeah. My main name is Eliant. Like alien with a T. Aliant.
Okay.
Alien.
Well, it starts with an E, but it's like if it's alien with an E, Aliant.
I like the name. Very cool. All right, shall we go kick these mind flayer bastards and then you stop eating the tree people?
I would.
You'll go home.
They're not very nourishing anyway. I do like the energy, but there's only. I've just been inhabiting this old cave and burrows down and why would I? Oh, I'm on the, I'm trying to click on the stream map. he burrows down into the ground, and actually, the ground here you notice is very malleable, meaning there is some kind of a like indentation, but it fills right behind as it burrows through the ground and goes back to its original spot with these bones. As it moved, you saw that under this pile is a lot of platinum, and you saw some other things glinting as it. So only Rockham and Ridley saw that.
Okay. Great
As
Dragon.
it moved to threaten. I'm getting bored with you.
If I may, one more item. We have not met the people of the city here, so we don't know anything about them. But
Oh, they speak some weird language. I learned Common a long time ago, but I don't like it. It's a foul language. Makes
well,
me.
do you suppose that you could have gone to them and they perhaps would even have worshipped you as a god and made regular sacrifices to you?
Too much effort. I mean,
Very well.
no one stands in my way as it is.
Excuse me.
That's
can I
understood.
enter?
But I have known others of your kind.
Not
Being
my
dragons,
kind.
not your specific. No, not your specific type. You are a very individual, one of a kind in my personal history. But I have met some of the chromatics. I have met a couple of the metallics. You are the first of your kind, and I don't
They're
even know what to
so
classify you
accommodating.
as. But some of them have taken to those. I guess you would put it as antics.
I
So,
would.
without knowing you, I figured I would pose the idea.
So, Rockham asks for the alchemy jug from Gust for a reason.
All right, no problem. I'll give it to him.
Okay.
Okay. Rockham remembered how excited everyone was on the ship to be giving a mayonnaise-rich snack while we were coming over here.
Mm-hmm.
And Rockham says, "Oh, great dragon, as a gesture of our goodwill, we would like to give you," and then he pours out 2 gallons of mayonnaise from the jug. This nourishment.
I have not tasted this. If you're tricking me, I am going to tail swipe you into the other universe.
No.
Great
don't-
Elliot, it is not a trick.
It is just an emulsion of eggs with some acid and perhaps some mustard and a neutral flavored oil.
Very mild acid.
And he looks
Yeah.
he looks at you and reaches down, goes with a tongue that is remarkably long, even for the size of the body, and goes, "Oh." It is an interesting taste.
Just awesome on French fries.
You have pleased me. If only there were some meat creatures on this planet. But this would go well with meat. Might go well on some twigs, but I ate a couple ships on the way here, so I feel sated. But this would have gone well with the meat.
Well, we can give you just this amount and honestly no more when we get back.
You can only do it once a day.
Exactly.
He's remarkably surprised. Or excuse me, she. The reason I say that, you haven't. So, if you're gone and you come back with good news, I'd be happy not to eat any of you.
Not
We
only will we
greatly
come back,
appreciate
Please
that.
leave the brainstem for me.
not only will we bring you good news and a brainstem, we will bring you more mayonnaise.
I love it. All right.
All right.
I will go back to resting. I mean, there were 2 full ships. That's about, I ate about 80. I'm a little full. So I'm going to rest and digest. I will see you, and I'll hear you coming. I'll see you soon.
As a further gesture of his goodwill, Rockham is going to magically tinker with a random pebble in the cave and basically turn it into a white noise machine to help him sleep.
See, it worked for Mike.
Hmm. He goes, well, that's a sound like I used to. You're
That's the
also
idea.
not, you wouldn't be pleasing anyway. I think only the others would be. And I've never had plasmoid. And Oob turns into a small pebble and kind of rolls toward Gus.
Pick him up. You're
Not
safe
much
with
of a
me.
meal there.
Yeah, safe with me.
Do you have the bucket?
Yep.
Okay.
Go right into it.
Yeah.
Oh, great dragon.
Fascinating.
We appreciate you not devouring us on sight, and we will do our best
Well,
to accomplish
I
the
was
goal that you
also
set for
pretty
us.
full, to be fair. But you also have shown respect. And that is, I've had so many boring people attack me over the years, and usually I get a nice snack.
They sound like fools.
You got the snack and you didn't even have to fight us. A big old bowl of mayonnaise.
You metal creature are very entertaining.
That he is.
Well, that's why I'm here at,
But
6
I
o'clock
believe we should be
West
on
Coast
our
time.
way because we only have a fortnight to accomplish the task that's been set for us, and we're going to need all the time we can get.
Yep.
Okay. So you are going, you're going back out the way you came?
Yeah.
I would assume so.
Then I'm going to.
As we're leaving, I said, guys, I think we should give everyone we meet mayonnaise. It worked out really well.
I mean, it's not a bad plan.
Well, we can only
And-
do it once a day.
But it's free. And I can make more alchemy jugs.
Now,
What if we just bottled the mayonnaise and then give everybody we meet a bottle of mayonnaise?
Just
That way-
every
What if we
day.
started- What if we started selling it?
these wood creatures are looking, they hear a noise and looking to see where you guys are.
We survived, woodland people, tree folk.
They don't understand you, but they understand the tone of the nice words you're saying.
Oh, good. They speak in tones.
Yeah.
Now, Oob could speak to him, couldn't he? Telepathically?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Is it just someone with a language, or is it a
She-
language that Oob knows?
Well, Oob in the bucket, kind of an eye stalk peeks out, and it says, "Oh, that was hard to you guys, actually verbally, which is
Mhm.
very rare." Says that was hard. That dragon really wanted it in my mind, and it was curious. I'm glad it couldn't hear my thoughts because, well, I don't really defecate like most creatures, but if I could, this bucket would be different.
Different shit.
That doesn't oob shit in the woods.
No, but she almost shit in a bucket.
Noob sits in the bucket, doesn't
And
stink.
the wood creatures are speaking PSL to Arthur and asking, "Did you beat the creature?"
I'll sign back. No.
Arthur, you should tell them to stay
They all look
far away from
dejected.
this area.
Yeah.
And they look,
I signed back to them to just like leave this area alone for now, and we're like in process of trying to handle the problem for them. And give us like a month.
So while
so
Yeah, we get 20 days. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
10 days.
yeah, I mean, you'd have to go back to the ship to calculate it, but it's about 6 days there, which means 6 days back. So you have time.
Yeah, we only have
depend-
8 days.
Yeah.
well, we have 8 days to do it when we get there.
Yeah, we have 8 days to actually clear out mind flayers and save the brain for the dragon.
We don't have to clear out all
Did
the
you,
mind flayers, though.
what was the brain's name? Did anyone write it down?
I don't think you gave us the brain's name.
It was like Bessie or something.
The Bessie.
Uh,
The Bessie.
The Bessie.
Bessie.
VI.
Oh,
Bessie.
the Bessie. I was like, that is an awfully bovine name for a mind flayer.
oh, I had it down as asbestos.
The Bessie.
That's the
Yeah.
that's the name of the brain stem and the master controller of the Flayer base.
Yeah, guys, I think it might be easier if we kill if we get the Bessie with killing as few mind players as possible, because then we just don't get bogged down with lots of fighting mind players, which is gross.
You're probably right. So,
What the hell?
right, a sneaky mission then?
Mhm.
I'm fairly sure though, once we like kill this brainstem thing and bring it with us, they're gonna know.
Well, yeah, but we
So-
have a fast ship.
The wood they keep calling themselves wood, you think.
No.
But the wood, they call themselves the wood collectively, because you don't actually speak Sylvan. But the word wood isn't right, because you do know it doesn't sound like wood to you, Ridley, but the sign seems like, wood pointing to the wood, the stump, and then they say if you would like to see their village, you are welcome. But
Unfortunately, I don't think we have time for that right now.
We'll do
Perhaps
that
when we
right.
and they
return.
say
at,
and they say we would invite you, if you solve this problem, We will celebrate you is the word that you understand.
Sounds
Arthur
like a
saying-
good deal.
Yeah. Arthur signals that he wants a statue if we pull this off.
They don't understand statue, but they understand like carving,
Yeah. close enough.
Likeness.
Good enough.
likeness. Yeah, that's more like the word.
See, I
Okay.
really do speak it.
So, down to the southeast, the trees seem to understand this, and they kind of move. They physically move to create a clear path back to your vessel.
All right. Let's
Before
roll.
it was
Nice.
like they actually, it seems like the roots can move at will. All these trees in the woods.
So they're
Um,
almost like tree ants, but not quite.
It's almost like
Right,
the trees
they're
are
just-
a hive mind.
They seem to all be one or part of. The woods are part of them, or vice versa. You don't exactly know how it works. You may if you end up talking to them, but I would like you. So you're also there is a clear. The clouds with the lightning that you had to roll the dex through, there's now a clearing directly above your ship where you can actually see, like if there was do you remember Day After Tomorrow, that big kind of like clear from space down? Except
Uh-huh.
it's not freezing like then. It's just that the clouds have parted in a circle right above your clearing.
Like the eye of the hurricane.
Right.
I dig
But it's
on
just clear blue sky, and then you see the stars
Dust,
above.
how did you do that? That's amazing.
Yeah,
Well,
you know, I
the
called
trees
in a
don't
favor.
exactly respond, but
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, they got the memo. All right. So, oh shit, we got to go back to that fucking hurricane.
that's what
Oh,
I'm
the
saying. There was that
Oh, that's such a, no, now it's pure sky.
Yeah, the
Right
eye of the
above your
hurricane.
clearing.
Yeah.
The eye
They
of the
have
hurricane
cleared-
is directly above
They
us.
have cleared right above your vessel.
Well, very cool.
So you
I like
fly
these
back,
trees.
That's a Ridley thought that Gus did it.
and
Nope.
because you have ascending stone, it turns out the Happy Cyclops who's been circling saw this exact circle clear and is waiting for you above. So we're gonna spin back to the Happy Cyclops, and you
Okay,
didn't really
guys, I'm
have any
going to my.
combat. It was more discussion. So
All right.
we're gonna end it here, and we'll pick up here to see what you do about a bunch of Mun Flayers.
Rockham, we'll see you in a couple of days.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Finish
go. I'm
reading
gonna
your
go to
book.
my room and read. Don't no one bother me. There's a sock on the door.
It's
So-
a 6-day journey, so you should be finished before we get there.
That is correct. You will.
Okay.
So between now and the next session, you can add that tome, and I'll re-import you.
All right.
Nice.
Cool.
22.
cool.
22 intelligence.
So does that mean you're smarter than smart?
That means I am technically smarter than mortals are supposed to be.
Smarter than the average genius.
Yep, because
But
Ooh, my boy.
but are you smarter than other autonomes? That's the real question. All right,
technically, yeah.
we'll see
Yeah.
you guys next week. Have a great week. We see you next Sunday.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye.